relationship.
Alright guys, Dylan here, back with more Persona 5. Currently listening to the Cody retrospective from RHP. But yeah, we're continuing on. It's next morning, it's 9:30. So the ideal here is to record until around 2 or 3. So we'll see. I want to get a lot done though on Persona. Who do we have?
Those are the two people he wants in the block next week. He feels like that is the right call to make at this point.
I don't see
He's
anyone.
also started getting nervous about Danny already. She's talking to so many people. He's just like, she just worries me.
Fine, let's just do Oya.
Danny's gonna tell the cameras around this point that her priorities in the game are Bailey, then Enzo, Danny, Cody, and Nicole. Those are the people she trusts the most. Pacer tells Janelle he wants to give up on trying to save Keisha. He thinks that if they don't campaign to keep Keisha, there's a chance that they can work with Cody. That he thinks that they might be able to get Cody to not target them. Janelle says no. He's after us, dude. We have to fight. So Danny is going to warn Cody and Tyler again. Hey, watch out, guys. People keep coming to me and saying that you guys are working together. There's some kind of guys alliance happening. And when Cody asks her, okay, well, who is saying this? She says,
Okay, fine, that's right.
everyone. I said, okay, everyone who, though? Specifically, like, who is saying, who has said this to you? Literally everyone, Cody. It's everyone. All right, then. This is the final straw for Cody. He's already done with Danny. It was that quick. Day is going to learn that. So this is where things get weird toward the end of the week, where at this point in time, Cody is thinking that Nicole Anthony and David are the two people he may want on the block next week. He may try to work on his relationship with Janelle moving forward. In the meantime, Janelle and Case are still like,
Why is this voice acting? What a weird fucking thing.
But no, he's still probably working against us.
I haven't relaxed that much in a while.
And Cody has set up most of his structure already. There's a huge group of people who are willing to vote Keisha out because that's what Cody wants, and a lot of them like Kevin better anyway. But something weird happens at the end of the week that's really going to shift things in a bad direction for Janelle and Kaser in particular. So Devon and Bailey have a conversation where they find out. So Bailey was talking to Christmas, and Christmas told Bailey that she knows that Keisha is leaving. Bailey and Devon don't like this. They thought that Christmas was on the other side and not in the know. And so Devon decides, okay, I'm gonna try and convince Christmas that she's wrong, that Keisha is staying because I want Christmas to vote for Keisha to stay and be wrong about it, right? So she goes to Christmas and she says, because Christmas did want Keisha to stay, but she was willing to concede to the rest of the alliance. So Devon goes to Keisha and she says, Devon goes to Christmas and she says, hey, I'm willing to keep Keisha, I'm willing to vote that way. And Christmas is like, really? Well, if you're willing to vote that way, then maybe we might be able to have the votes. So Christmas goes to Janelle and she's like, we think we might be able to get Devon. And Janelle goes and talks to Devon and she says, hey, Devon, are you down to keep Keisha? And Devon says, yeah, I'm down. Let's do this.
Everywhere I go,
Janelle's like,
people are talking about us.
This, okay. We were about to give up, but this is great. And so this sets up a whole chain of events here where Janelle really starts to push to keep Keisha because she thinks she might have the numbers. Then Devon goes to Cody and says, hey, watch out. Janelle's trying to keep Keisha.
I never loved Haru.
I don't know why she said that.
Haru's fine. I mean, she's not bad.
And that's not going to work with
I feel like she's easily the least interesting of the female Fan Thief members.
Okay, well that's disappointing. He says, he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not surprised. I heard Janelle was talking to a lot of people in the pregame. She was using third parties to talk to people. Like, I guess it's not surprising that she's playing this kind of game this fast, but it is disappointing. And so Cody talks to Devon about like, all right, well, what are we gonna do moving forward? Who are we comfortable with? They decide that Danny and Tyler are two people that they might be able to approach to join an alliance in the future, to join their Connect 4 alliance in the future.
So a number of the senior faculty are going to be called in for questioning.
We just did a great job. We're so set. We're so positioned well right now. We're gonna throw this next HOH. We don't need it. Don't want to put any heat on
Came up
us.
at the faculty meeting, but
so
the plan is
Keisha
to have
is then
third
voted out
years to act as
unanimously.
our proxies.
And that was
I'm
week
so
1.
sorry to drop this on you, Nijima-san, but we'll be counting on you.
We're gonna be here
What?
for a while.
You know, a lot of the second years this year
Week
happen
2.
to be unique.
Memphis wins
Nina
the
said he was going to
HOH.
bowl with the entrance exams,
He discusses his
but I'm
plans
sure
with
you'll be
Cody.
fine with your
They
grades.
discussed that Nicole, Anthony, and
There'll be
David
a
would be
couple
good
more people going
nominations.
besides you.
Cody talks to
That's the
Tyler
case.
and says that he's really sketched out by Danny. That whole saying that people are pairing them together, but she won't tell us
I'll go ahead
who.
and pass
Like, what's
the
up
shoes
with
on
that?
then.
I think Danny probably started it herself. That's probably what happened.
I guess that works out.
He says, look, Tyler, the key to dominating the game is gathering all the comp winners together and then just stomping out on
Listen
comps.
this time,
Stay
okay?
loyal, win all the competitions, and nobody can touch you. It's such an easy formula that nobody follows. The competitions are not the same as they used to be. They're winnable, and that's the way to win the game. Solid. Meanwhile, Janelle, Kaser, and Nicole Anthony are having their moments, their revelatory moments where, oh my god, we figured it out. It's a 4-person alliance with Cody, Danny, Tyler, and Nicole Franzel. And they're trying to get out Christmas. We should have seen it earlier. Oh man. So they're gonna run around and do that stuff. Cody and Nicole talk about how Derek is gonna be real mad at her for lying to him about whether she's on the season for a second time.
Hey, are you listening?
That's just funny. It's that whole Derek thing. Nicole is gonna tell Ian to talk to Christmas about using the safety thing on him. Sorry. Improperly color coded. That's for the Nicole. It's for the Nicole one.
Hey!
Christmas is then gonna win the safety suite. Cody plays in this one but throws it. She is gonna save Ian, and then we're gonna see that Memphis is going to nominate David and Nicole Anthony. So Janelle and Kaser, after the nominations, are gonna go to Memphis and say, why'd you do that? Nicole Anthony and David. Nicole Anthony's with us.
Wait, that's next week?
We need to,
I thought that was after the holiday
Nicole
stuff.
Anthony, we need to get rid of David. All right.
Oh yeah, we could go back to
He says,
building our bond with
I don't
Maruki.
really care. I'm like, no, but listen. We figured it out. We figured it out. And here's the thing. Here's what we got.
Fuck.
It's
Yes.
Cody, Nicole Franzel, Danny.
Let's do this just so we can open up the third
That's
semester.
an alliance of 4. And we need to get Nicole Franzel out. We need to get her out. We need to backdoor her. We need to do something. Kaser says, look, Memphis, you need to understand, every season a big alliance...
Wait, I thought I said my bond was gonna
They control
increase.
the lines of communication, they dominate the competitions, and they dominate the season.
Well, that
We need
will
to
do it
stop
anyway.
that happening right now. This is our only chance. We need you, Memphis. Memphis is like, you're wrong. I'm just gonna do my thing. No! Memphis! Unfortunately, they don't know at the time that Memphis feels that he has created that big alliance. So, Memphis is gonna go to Cody and warn Cody that Janelle and Kaser are trying to get him out. And this is for sure the final straw for Cody at this point with Janelle and Kaser. He says, I also just found out from Christmas that Kaser went to Christmas trying to convince her that I'm trying to get her out. What are they doing? Cody says, all right, what if we backdoor Janelle this week, Memphis? How about that? What would you say to that? And Memphis says, no.
This will, oh yeah, we'll go
I
up.
was like, well, let's think about it.
Alright, I guess we'll
And
do it
Memphis
then.
says, thought about it. No. Well, that's annoying. So, Cody's gonna go and the rest of the committee's gonna complain about Memphis all week for not doing this. So, Nicole Anthony, in the meantime, has been convinced by Kevin because Janelle and Kaser were up in the room for so long.
Sorry.
Janelle's gonna spend more time trying to convince Memphis to save Nicole Anthony in the HOH room. Okay, well, clearly Janelle and Kaser are working together. Kevin says, what do you think they're doing up there with the wine and the laughing? They're laughing at you, Nicole. So Nicole Anthony is now convinced that Janelle and Kaser are against her, and they set her up. Cody and his crew are going to encourage this misunderstanding because it benefits them. Danny is going to tell Nicole that I have a plan. Now that we know Janelle is after the four of us, I'm going to try to offer Janelle a fake deal where I'm going to propose an alliance with her that it consists of, so it's going to be me, her, Kaser, you, Nicole Franzel, Cody, and Tyler. We're going to offer like a truce, a deal, to prevent her from coming after us. And then she goes and she does it. She offers this deal to Janelle, and Janelle is like, I don't know. Janelle says to Danny, of course, and this is not super relevant, but hey, we have a secret deal ourselves. Well, let's just continue to pretend that we're against each other, and we'll keep each other safe. And Janelle trusts that deal, but Danny does not. Cody is becoming concerned at this point. He's becoming concerned because now that he's aware that Janelle is really pushing hard for him to go, he goes, wait a minute. If Janelle and Kaser have been so anti-me all this time, I've got Memphis warning me about it. I've got Christmas, of all people, warning me about it.
All right.
How come Devon and how come, in particular, how come Bailey and Danny aren't warning me about this? Bailey is the person closest to Janelle, and Danny is talking to Janelle constantly. But they haven't said a word about Janelle targeting me. Now, unfortunately for Danny, she was trying to tell Cody that Janelle was targeting him, but she just wouldn't name the name all the time, so it seemed really sketchy. But, you know, close enough. But Bailey never said a word to Cody about Janelle targeting him. And this really sketches him out, because Bailey's talking to Janelle all the time. She talks about how close she is to Janelle, and if Janelle is running around the house telling everyone that she's targeting Cody, why is she not telling Bailey? More importantly, she probably is telling Bailey. Why is Bailey not telling him? So he's really worried about that. He's like, why do I need to hear it from
Looks
Christmas
like
in
you're busy.
Memphis?
I'm listing up
In
the
the
evidence that's been taken into
Devon,
storage.
this is where things get a little messy with the Connect Board here.
I don't have time to waste on
Devon is
something
going
like
to
this.
propose
It felt
an
like my
alliance to
irritation would show on
Danny,
my face at the
Tyler,
office, so
and
I brought it
Nicole,
home.
all separate alliances.
Sorry to
The one
hear.
with Danny and Tyler will eventually become the
Thinking
Slick
this
Six.
case isn't so easy
The
that
one
I
with
could pursue
Nicole
it when
was
I
supposed to
stayed home.
include Ian.
The media keeps making a
but,
ruckus about it, so people have been wary
what
whenever
she tells
we make
Bailey is
inquiries.
that she's
While I
doing
couldn't
this
get anything out of a man who seemed to have
to
it in
test
I even
Danny.
tried threatening him.
To test some people in particular, but in particular Danny, because
All I
she sees
did was
Danny running
question
around.
him a
She's
bit harshly.
skeptical of Danny.
Oh, I
So she
almost
tells
forgot.
Danny that Tyler proposed
I'll
this
be going on a
alliance,
school trip starting next week. The senior faculty are
and
being
that she
tested,
wants this
so
alliance, but that Tyler's the one that
everything
proposed
is
it. So this is important. Just a
Sounds
little
good
bit
to me.
later.
The school will
Memphis
owe
is
you
then
for
going to
it.
win
It
the
won't get in
veto,
the way of your entrance exams. will it?
and Bailey is going to question Cody. She's going to confront Cody.
Take
Hey,
a bath first.
she's now been told by Janelle
Stay.
that Danny proposed an alliance that included Cody. She's
Okay.
like, Cody, what's up with this
I
thing?
think I'll
Did you
do that.
propose an alliance to Janelle? What's going on? And Cody says, no. I've nothing to do with that.
Do it, right?
In fact, I'm a little worried because like I'm being told that Janelle is coming after me, and I'm just like I'm just confused as to why you haven't told me about it. And Bailey's like, why are you not trusting me to tell you things? Of course, I didn't hear anything about it. If I did, I would have told you. And you know, things are really starting to fall apart here already. So Bailey and Devon are going to say that to each other, like, okay, something is up here. This whole Danny, Tyler, Nicole, Cody group must be the real group, because there's no way Cody gives Danny the go-ahead to propose a deal to Janelle if that's not the real group. Now, of course, they don't know that Danny is a wild card and made that deal on her own, but it's still very sketchy, and understandably so. Danny is going to then talk to Tyler, and she says, "Hey, Tyler, I'm in. Your idea for an alliance with Day, I'm down." I was like, "What, my idea?" No, Day came to me about this. And he's like, "Really, Tyler? Come on, I watched season 20. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't care." It's like, "No, seriously, I did not propose that. That was not me. Day came to me about that." And Danny's like, "Sure. I believe." She goes to Cody and she's like, "So Tyler's
Looks like it
lying
went
to
well.
me. What a lying liar."
Before that, we should get over the
Cody's like,
school.
"I don't think Tyler's lying. I think Day might be lying about this. I don't know why Tyler would lie here. I've been a little sketched out by Day and Bay lately anyway. Like, I think this might be something
Seriously?
weird going on." Danny eventually finds out via Nicole, because Day also did this to Nicole, that, it really was Day that was lying. And so now Danny knows that Day is trying to spread misinformation. Cody knows it. The rest of the crew is going to know it now. Cody and Nicole, they come together. They go, "Okay, we can't trust Day and Bay anymore. Like, what is happening? This is just absurd. We can't trust them. We can't work with them." Between the Janelle stuff, the dating Tyler stuff, there's just no trust left. And like, what do we do with this alliance that Devon's pitching? Like, we don't want to join this alliance because then we just have to break it again. So let's just try and like, let's just try and ignore it. Let's just hope it goes away. We don't have to accept it and then break it. Memphis is going to talk to Cody about how Danny's just been riding him, trying to get Janelle backdoor. He's super annoyed about it. And this really helps bond Memphis and Cody. They talk about how annoying Danny is, and this is when they really formalize their final two. They say, "Look, Memphis says, look, you're the most reliable person in this group. I really like working with you. I think we should ride this to the end." And Cody's like, "Down. This will eventually be named the Commission." Actually, I think it's named the Commission right here, and then the committee is actually named after the Commission, I think. So Tyler now feels like Day just tried to set me up. Danny just tried to set me up too. Clearly Danny didn't believe me. I don't trust either of them. He talks to Enzo. He says, "Look, Enzo, you and Cody are the only level-headed people in this house. You guys are my people." So, where the first week Cody set up all these pieces, the second week it's Cody's kind of steady presence while everyone else is running around that really helps draw people toward him within his structure after he's the HOH. So his first week, very reliable, very boring HOH. And then the following week, being the person everyone's shoulder to cry on while everyone is freaking out, really helps pull people to him, like Tyler, like Memphis, even Danny, certainly Nicole. All of these people are gravitating toward Cody even more in the second week, while we see other people like Tyler running around a little bit.
Well, you believe? Like, how would you not know at this point if you're going in a few days?
And they're all just like, kind of like, whoa, we don't know what to trust.
The mineral pigments used for Japanese art were originally imported.
So,
Hawaii and
Janelle is going to tell Kaser,
Which would you want to go to?
"Hold on, what are we doing? Nicole Franzel isn't the person we should be concerned about. The person we should be concerned about is
None.
Cody. Look at everyone running to him. He's at the center of everything. We were right to begin with. We should have never gone off of Cody. We shouldn't have been targeting Nicole. We should have been targeting Cody this whole time. That's what we gotta do."
No sense at all.
Kaser's like, "You're right.
I'd rather go to
You're
Hawaii.
right."
So we won't be seeing each other for a while.
Kaser is gonna go
We'll make
and
sure to buy a
campaign
souvenir for you.
today. Hey, we need to keep
Ooh,
Nicole Anthony
here
in this
comes
game
some interesting
because
data.
David is working with the guys. David is working with Cody
Just
and
from a
Tyler,
quick
and
glance,
they're running the show,
Concentrated and connected.
and we need to get
These
him out.
mental shutdowns aren't
And Dave
coincidence.
says, I just
This
can't.
is a
I just
case
can't.
with a
I'm not gonna
culprit
vote. I'm not
behind
gonna vote him out.
Actually,
But it gets
it's
in our
not
head.
just about
This
people having
idea that David's
shutdowns.
working with the
Looks like
guys.
she's inferring that the
Just a little
psychotic
concerned
breakdown
about it.
incidents are connected to the
So,
same case.
in the meantime, Kevin is going to talk with Devon about how he feels good about Cody. Still.
Go,
Again, Kevin
Makoto,
still under the
shit.
Cody spell at this point in the game.
How long do you think it'll take to analyze all of it?
Bailey
There's a lot,
talks to
so
Enzo
it's
about
not
how she's
happening
concerned
overnight.
that Cody is
But
going to
I'll
choose
manage by the time
Nicole
you
and
guys get
Danny
back.
over them.
I demand
And
souvenirs from
that she's
Hawaii
worried
and
about that
LA
because
for
this
my
whole
reward.
Janelle deal, she's kind of concerned about this whole structure, this whole Connect 4 alliance, because she thinks that Cody might be closer to Nicole and Danny, more so than Enzo, Bailey, and Devon.
Reminds me of a movie.
Enzo says, don't worry,
We're
Al.
the Phantom
Don't worry.
Thieves, so it's not that
We're
big a
good.
deal. I mean, I can turn into a car and
Kaser
stuff
lets
too.
Ian know, dude, you're on the
Come
outs.
on, don't try
You're on
and
the
be
outs.
with her.
Cody and Tyler are running this alliance.
What did you say?
You gotta do something.
You're finally
Ian's
you
like,
are, Morgana. Like your cheeky kid?
Day is then gonna talk to David. This idea that David is in a guy's alliance is running through her head.
Well,
And
we'll continue this when we
She
get
thinks,
back
okay,
to the
I
trip.
need to talk
Can't
to
wait
David
see how
about
much
this.
the
She says,
Band Thieves'
David,
popularity
are
has
you in a
increased
guy's
by then."
alliance? And David says, yes. Now at this point, he's technically in a fake alliance called Team Freeze. It's not even an alliance, it's kind of just like a crew that pretty much only Enzo ever talks about. He believes that this is a set alliance, I guess, so he thinks he's telling her the truth, but this is not really real in any way. But he says yes. He says, yes, I'm in a guy's alliance. So obviously Devon is going to interpret this to mean that he's in an actual, like, full-on brigade
Wait,
guy's
catchy.
alliance. And she says, okay, well, who's in it? And he says, I'm not comfortable
We'll probably do catchy.
this time.
Oh, it's right there.
I just think you need to calm down. And Day's like, I'm done. I'm done with this. She goes to Bailey, she says, alright, let's vote him out. I mean, I think maybe we should vote him out. I mean, he's working with the boy. He just admitted to me that he's in a guy's alliance. And they talk to Janelle and Kaser, and they say, let's flip the votes. Let's make this happen. And Christmas comes in, and they say, Christmas, great, love that you're here. Let's flip the votes. Let's get rid of David. Let's keep Nicole Anthony.
Ah.
They continue that conversation. Devon leaves, and she goes and she pulls Kevin to the hammock, and she says, hey, Kevin, we were just talking. I think the vote might get split. I think we might split this vote. That David might go. And Kevin goes, what? And Kevin goes, oh, interesting. So Kevin then runs to Danny, and he says, Danny, Devon just told me the vote's gonna get split. What's going on with that? And Danny's like,
It was
Devon
quite
told you
nice.
the vote's gonna be. So Danny goes to Cody and Nicole. She says, I was just told that that Devon and Bailey are trying to flip this vote. And they're like, oh, what? Oh man, we knew we couldn't trust them. Here they are, they're being sketchy. They're trying to flip the vote. All right, okay. Well, what are we gonna do? We gotta fix this. So Cody and Danny, they put their heads together. They said, all right, let's do this alliance thing. Let's make this alliance thing happen. Pull them in, make them feel comfortable, make sure they don't flip this vote. Let's make sure they don't flip this vote. So they make it happen. Danny confronts Bailey about it first. She says, look, is there like a vote flipping thing going on here? And Bailey says, well, look, Janelle and Kaser, yeah, they did approach me to flip things just earlier. But I didn't say yes. I'm not in. They just tried to offer it. So, I mean, there's not like a boys alliance, right? Like they're saying there's a boys alliance. And Danny says, well, look, if there is, they're not gonna turn on us yet, so we don't need to worry about it. He was like, okay, I guess. I'm just concerned. Cody seems to have his hand in a lot of pots. And Danny says, you don't need to worry about Cody. Cody has only ever said great things about you. Alright? Great things. Meanwhile, Christmas has already gone and told Tyler about this vote flip. So now Tyler knows from Christmas. This is multiple sources outing this whole thing. And so they come together, they decide to form the Slick Six in order to keep Devon and Bailey from trying to flip this vote. The Slick Six is officially formed.
Nakashima said he's
that
at
night.
the arcade on Central Street, right? Let's go see what this is
So-
all about.
After the Slick Six is formed, Tyler, Enzo, and Cody are going to formalize their trio. Now that they're in two alliances together, They're like, hey, we're the core.
Okay.
It's us. Tyler, the bandit, the green-eyed bandit. Cody, you're Zuko. I'm the Meow Meow. That's it, yo. A and Bay decide we can't go with Janelle and Kaser. We gotta go with the Slick Six thing. That's better for us.
I guess
This whole Janelle and Kaser thing is
we'll
not
spend time for
solid enough.
Taba.
I mean, how did they find out so fast about this? Like, there's leaks in this ship.
Wait, where's Futaba?
It's not gonna work. Nicole doesn't even trust Janelle and
Did we
Kaser.
go to her house?
So we gotta stick with the Slick Six. But at least we got away with it. We were able
Oh, she go to the same
we
school
made
as
this alliance.
Yusuke?
We convinced them that we were not at fault for this.
I never actually thought
conflict.
about that.
They trust us now. We're in the group. Ooh, we're good. Probably don't
Oh,
even
she's
do
right
next week,
outside.
next week.
Yo.
Cody tells Enzo, it's like, I never thought I'd say this, but at this point, I trust Christmas more than I do Danny.
Oh,
and
fuck
Faye.
off.
I don't
Well,
know
that's some bullshit.
Bailey tells Christmas,
Well, you have nothing to do then. How to increase
"Bailey, what do you wanna do
kindness?
next week?" Bailey thinks she's setting Christmas up to take a shot.
Ah,
Bailey
shit.
at this point thinks she has a good relationship with Christmas. Thinks she can set Bailey up to Christmas up to take a shot at some big targets. And she says, "Hey, if I were you, I would be targeting big targets. You know who I'm talking about."
Let's,
Christmas says,
wait, no, wrong
"Never
one.
mind. Oh, you're talking about Cody." This is also when she talks about, I believe it might be a little bit later, but she's gonna do the whole untouchable thing, but we don't need to get into that. So Christmas is gonna go, okay, Bailey wants to target Cody. I'm gonna go tell Cody this. Or no, sorry, she doesn't tell Cody this. She goes and she tells Nicole this later on.
What can I get you?
But first, Nicole tells Cody, look, Ian's been on my case about this whole, like, Kaser's in his ear about big alliances, and then, like,
I just
we
want
need
to
watch
see
out for
here
this.
if we can
So,
get
we need to pull Ian into something official because he's
if there's the thing with kindness. Okay, it is. Okay.
Cody's like,
Let's do it then.
I don't want to do that because, like, I don't want to keep making these alliances that I'm just gonna have to turn on. But I mean, I guess I agree. If you think that he needs to be pulled in or he's gonna turn, then we have to do it. And so, just like that, a new four-person alliance is formed. Vault or Prime.
Wait, only one?
Ian, Cody, Nicole, and Danny. Ian keeps trying to bring Tyler in, but they're like, nah, we're good. We have enough big alliances.
I did all that just for one fucking thing of kindness?
Nicole Anthony is then voted out by a 10-2 vote, with Kevin giving a sympathy vote and Enzo casting
Okay.
a rogue vote. And that's week 2. And now we're in. Week 2. That's a fourth of the way through. Hopefully this isn't 4 hours. We'll see. Week 3. Tyler wins the HOH. They try to figure out who are the votes. Who are these rogue votes? Cody
Should
says,
probably.
doesn't matter.
I'm forgetting about the plant.
We don't care. Let's not go crazy here. Cody, this week, is going to push Janelle's name. Prior to this week, he was talking about maybe Kaser needs to go first, but he sees Janelle come close to winning this competition. He feels like, yeah, Janelle should be the one to go. Enzo's gonna end up winning the safety suite
doesn't
and
have to push
saves
anyone.
Christmas with it.
Okay.
And then we're going to see that Tyler does in fact nominate Janelle and Kaser for eviction. Cody is then going to win the veto. And Danny is very annoyed at this. She's why did Cody win the veto? When he could have thrown it to Tyler and put more of a target on Tyler. I don't want Cody to be targeted. I want Tyler to be targeted. It's so annoying. This is when Tyler starts spreading seeds against Danny with Enzo and Christmas.
Oh shit.
But in the meantime, Cody's going to talk with Nicole and Danny about how important it is that not only does Janelle go home this week, but they cannot lose their sights on Kaser. Kaser needs to go next week as well because there could be a buyback. Can't make the same mistake that Danny made in Big Brother 13, not evicting Rachel after they evicted Brendan. They need to make sure Kaser goes home the following week. Now at this point, this is not really what Nicole wants. The whole couple tries, couple guys thing has happened, and Nicole is now starting to feel like she wants to go after Bailey. But that's for Nicole's thing. Cody, though, is pushing Kaser next week. It's gotta be Kaser. Danny, at this point, has told Nicole about the Slick Six already. Cody has not told Nicole about the Slick Six. Cody then finds out that Nicole knows about the Slick Six. He's like, yeah, it just didn't matter very much. And she's like, yeah, I'm cool. That's whatever. It doesn't really end up mattering, almost. Anyway. Nicole tells Cody, I trust Enzo more than Ian at this point. I mean, Ian's just super sketch. Super sketch. She's always questioning me about the brigade.
I'm sorry.
It's weird. Bailey and Devon decide at this point in the game, they're like, you know what? Janelle's probably on her way out at this point. Cody has been working on them, trying to convince them that he can, like, now that he knows he can't trust them, he's been pretending that he does trust them, to get them to trust him, even though he doesn't trust them. And at this point in the game, they've decided,
Sounds great.
alright, Cody does have his hands in a lot of pots, but that's fine. It's okay.
Where are we?
We're just gonna have to
Fuck, we're only level 4?
that,
Oh no, we still
Day says, I'm just gonna
5
get
more
him
ranks to go up.
Agree to put up his side pieces. She has a conversation with him. She's like, you're willing to put up Nicole? You're willing to put up, Danny? It's like, absolutely.
Okay.
She's like, boom, we got it. We're good. We're locked in.
Okay, so we'll probably end here.
We don't need to win the next HOH. We're solid. Hey, stop
Ah, shit. I didn't do that.
So, Christmas is getting closer to Nicole over the course of the week, and she's going to let Nicole know, finally, that Bailey insinuated that she might want to target Cody, or might want her to target Cody. Cody is then going to find out about it. Nicole's going to go to Cody and say, hey, Cody,
Alright, we'll end here.
Christmas told me that Bailey told her that she wants to target you. And Cody's like, oh, man.
The next episode, continue on from. Thanks for watching.